Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday night, and it is welcome to the Bronze Championship here in the toughest race of the season, in my humble opinion. But maybe not, to be fair. Maybe Qatar might be the more toughest race of the season. Potentially, but anyway, yeah. enough with the toughest and all that kind of stuff. Let's not put the drivers off. Let's get going for the start of what is certainly to be a fantastic round 15 of a 22-round World Championship. Drivers and the constructors is looking like this. Then, as I've got 25 seconds to sort it out. Fantastic. We have got Nude Potato leading the championship, 37 points now in front of TK, who's moved himself up to second position with a superb performance last time out there. And that is actually the narrowest of gaps in all the championship standings so far. TK is second and 37 points behind there. Vessier down into third now. He is 1 point in front of Dr. Troops, who is also down into fourth. Slayer, 43 points away from Dr. Troopot in fifth position. Kiki, incredible renaissance this season. He has jumped near enough at the bottom of the standings, all the way up to six. 84 points now. 81 points for Serious Mushroom, who is in for, oh my goodness me, we have got an appalling amount of rain going on, and it is wet conditions like it was on Sunday. Anyway, quickly, go back to the standings. Brooksy in 8th position, 2 points behind his teammate Serious Mushroom after a superlative win last time out in Monza. Barsky in 9th position, won in Spa a couple of weeks ago, and Dynamo Dan in 10th position. Winnie, who won superbly well, was it Spain earlier on this season? He's 11th. We've had so many winners in bronze this season. It's been supreme. 12th, Smithy Almighty. Happy 25th start as well to Smithy tonight. Styles in 13th position now with Duncan Tabe on 21 points. The best results of his career so far. The season so far for Duncan Dave. Vessier. No, it's not. It's Vintage in 15th. Alibi is 16th, and I don't think Alibi's racing again. 17th is Itemizar, who's had a brief return and then is gone again in 17th. Sicker's Merc 18th. Scooby Stew and Swan Shank set to get off the mark at 19th and 20th in the championship. Constructors, Ferrari lead 56 points in front of the Williams team in second. Alpine in third on 23 points behind the Williams team. Fourth is the Mercedes team. Listen to this. 184 for Alpine, 183 for Mercedes, 182 for Alfa Romeo, 181 for Red Bull. Alpine third, Mercedes fourth, Alfa Romeo fifth, and Red Bull in sixth, all separated by 3 points. It is very challenging for that top three place then. Haas are 3 points adrift of that incredible battle in seventh. 8th position is the AlphaTauri. 9th is the McLaren team on 60 points, and then Aston Martin very low on the scoreboard at the moment there with only 27 points. And joint constructors after Sunday night's race in gold is Mercedes leads on 73 points in front of the Williams team in second. Alfa Romeo are currently third at the moment, 42 points away from the Williams team. McLaren have moved themselves up into fourth now, 66 points in front of the Ferrari team. Haas are currently 11 points away from the Ferrari. Red Bull and Alpine are joint on 388 points and 3 points away from the Haas team. 22 points away from those two teams is the Aston Martin then on 366 and 359. The team that ruled the roost last season, down in 10th at the moment, unfortunately. That is the joint constructors as well. Where's my phone? Oh no. Well, I can't read out the comments. Hang on. Oh, gosh. There we go. Fantastic. That was a panic. There was where have I put my phone? One thing I am disappointed about tonight there is I was looking forward to commentating on a new driver tonight, but I'm not sure what's happened then, but I think his name was like Angry Dave or something like that. But however, the driver doesn't appear to be in tonight, which is a disappointing, which is very disappointing indeed then. Of course, I think he's meant to be taking place at the of Alibi, who is basically, well, he's done a bit of a bye-bye, hasn't he? He hasn't raced since Belgium, Alibi hasn't. That Red Bull seat is not only having a problem in gold, but also having a problem in silver as well, unfortunately. Sorry, not silver, in bronze as well. Talking to Silver last night, we had no inkling of any wet conditions in Silver last night, so it must just be me bringing the dark clouds with me as we go down not Raffles Boulevard. I think Raffles Boulevard is between 5 and 7. I have no idea what that's called, to be honest. Moomin, hi Sean, hope you enjoy tonight's race then, which is wet. Nosy says, oh poo, it's raining then. Yo, Goku, it's a wet race then. Comment with question mark said, I don't know, to be honest, and hopefully it's What do I want? Do I want a wet race or a dry race? Personally, I want an action-packed race there, so wet or dry would do me just fine then. Across the grid hands as well, then, of course, the new configuration of circuit this season is. I would argue that we should have we should have 4 DRS zones around here, like in Albert Park. I think Albert Park, as we've got a car of one of the Williamses there just getting out of the way. In Albert Park, I think in Australia, I think that 4 is possibly a bit too much, personally, for DRSs. Remember, DRS is only meant to be a band-aid to sort out the lack of overtaking in Formula 1. As that Williams is struggling in the background now. I don't know who it is. I'm not sure it is. Jay Higgs has joined the session now. Just taking a look to see who that Williams was then. And it might have been Crusher T. Crusher T, it's not his first appearance in ALR Bronze. He did race in Russia of season 4 umpteen years ago now. So Crusher T returning to Bronze. Unfortunately, he didn't make it to the finish. So hopefully, fingers crossed for Crusher T, he can make it through to the finish this time. On board Marsky, now of course a 2-time Grand Prix winner now in Bronze. There, of course, if I am sounding very deep, then as he goes up the Anderson Bridge. I am recovering from a spot of man flu. I must admit, I was actually in bed all day yesterday, which is nothing unusual, apart from the fact it's a Monday. So, I've been in, I was very much, I was not very well yesterday. Today I'm not feeling too bad, to be fair. I've had a bit of cowpaw and away I go. Don't want a safety car like Silver. Well, Silver had 3? How many safety cars plus VSCs? I'm sure I counted 3 safety cars and 2 VSCs there. Possibly we should have had one for Jitter's incident in the final couple of laps as well, but luckily it was past the threshold. And of course, KD on course to win his first ever race in his Silver career. Unfortunately, in the final stage there, he had an issue there and let was it Tango that won last night? Oh no, it was Brabbitt, wasn't it? Barsky was fastest, then it was Moomin that was fastest, now it's Vescher that's fastest, and Vescher needs to start to really push on now and see if he can get the pressure on New Potato. Whoa, is Vescher off the circuit there. Brooksy, of course, our most recent Grand Prix winner in Bronze, who is now second. Now, of course, he won 2 or 3 races in Cobalt, but now he's the newest winner in Bronze as well. Second one there for Brooksy, of course, got pole position as well last time out in Italy. A completely different circuit this time around. Then Sickers Mike has gone 4 fastest. Swanshank's currently the slowest of the time runners so far. Here's the championship leader, New Potato. Bonjour, Gurman. Good evening to you, Gurman. Of course, unfortunately for Gurman, had more technical gremlins on Sunday. Unfortunately, for Gurman, he did finish the race in 12th position there. New Potato, I thought he was going into the wall there. And someone's kept out of the wall. TK has gone faster, or fastest, I should say. Then he is second in the championship moment between himself and it's a 10th second between himself and Vescher. Remember that this is the closest championship now in gold, silver, and bronze at the moment. There are 37 points ish. It is. So New Potato would like to re-extend that gap then after this difficult race in Monza. Let's see what he does here. He's only 7th fastest there. That's the second slowest at time thus far in this qualifying session there. I see that the wet is started as Kiki going full fast in the Alpha Tauri. The rain is that easing off then. Remember what happened in Gold on Sunday? We had appalling conditions to start us off then. But by the end of qualifying, it was basically dry. Well, it wasn't dry, was it? But it certainly was a greasy surface, wasn't it? We might get the same here in Bronze tonight. Tomorrow night we are staying in Italy for Formula 2, as of course looking forward to that with the sprint and the feature race to come up as well with Troy. Hopefully he's racing tomorrow night, because Troy's advantage in Formula 2 is starting to be whittled down ever so slightly, as Toy Coyne then of course got pole position on Sunday in Gold in Formula 1 then. Can he get his 6th pole position, or is it 7th pole position in Formula 2 tomorrow night? We'll find out. But Toy Coyne, a absolute talent, isn't he? Only his 5th race in ALR, and in ALR Formula 1 anyway, and he was magnificent. He really was getting that pole position. Quality lap as well for Tango last night and for Silver. Jake the Slayer then cutting the turn 19 and not 22 now. We have lost 4 turns around this circuit, as they've got a bit of course, I think that this is only temporary, this circuit changes. I think it's back to the normal configuration for season 11 onwards when we go back onto the 2024 F1 game, I believe. So I'm sure there was just some reconstruction work or something going on around the old 17 to 19 complex. Of course, the infamous turn where Nelson Piquet Jr. Decided to crash on purpose. Well, didn't decide to. Of course, it was a elaborate hoax between himself and Flavio Briatore and Pat Simmons back in the Renault days of 2008, I think it was, where Fernando Alonso went on to win that race, didn't he? And then, ironically, he won the next race in at Fiji as well, didn't he? Yeah, which was interesting stuff, wasn't it? German, as German saying, BT to fix the line on Thursday, so I hope that'll be the end of it then. So good stuff indeed, German. Hopefully, he can have a clean pair of heels to really have a just a decent, just a bit of momentum for the final stage there. Scooby Stew, I haven't got my tyre information on, shocking. Scooby Stew is the first driver that we're looking at on the intermediate tyres out there. The rain has eased off there, and Scooby Stew is going to be the first driver, first man to really tackle these conditions on these shallow groove tyres. And out of turn 5, he comes down. Look who's in the foreground there. That's his teammate there. Of course, the Alpines have been very slippery, haven't they, in gold, with some really good slipstream. I don't think there's going to be much slipstream around here. Then Vessier has found 2 seconds there on circuit, and it's showing that the track is drying up quite nicely. Of course, this is a street circuit by trade, isn't there? So the drainage around here should not be too bad. Of course, as I think the road does ford, doesn't it? Do they still use the word ford? I'm not sure. I don't mean the car manufacturer. I think when it was used to be high in the centre, and then all the water runs out either side and all that kind of stuff. Did you get a free LAN cable when they fitted it, German? I had to ask for mine last month, but massive difference, don't lag once now. Unfortunately not. I think it's a phone line coming into the house. They said they could see it on their system or something. No worries, and German, sort your webs out. Nolsey is saying that hopefully German can get it sorted out, then get a bit of momentum going then, and maybe the Season 6 champion. Can he? I think that German since Hungary is certainly, if he can get his technical gremlins sorted out, German is probably in the top 3 fastest drivers in gold then. Maybe even higher than that potentially. However, I'm in bronze mode tonight then, so I'll have to think about that statement, but I'm going to have 2 weeks of pondering that one, because there's no ALR Formula 1 now for 2 weeks, and of course as a real Formula 1 is Scooby Stew going third fastest out. That's a great gamble on the intermediate tyres. It wasn't a gamble at all, was it? Scooby Stew sending the conditions out there. He told the mechanics to put on the intermediate compound tyres. He did just that, and now he's tackling the conditions beautifully as well as here. Jay Higgs making his, I think this is his 12th start, in like 15 races, and he's a reserve driver. Jay Higgs there. I think that Jay Higgs definitely one driver, him and Moomin, 2 drivers that I am looking forward to seeing full time then. Sick as muck, he's gone second fastest. Cannot match Vessier's time on the wet tyres. Vessier is there. Yellow flag out there at the moment as well as the Aston Martin. So if I had a problem, unless is it Swan Shanks? It is Swan Shanks there, but I think he's just getting out the way. He is getting out the way, so no worry there. I miss Singapore sling corner movement. Saying I do as well. Bring that back, I reckon. I do love that awkward corner. Jay Higgs has gone fast there. It's the first round to the 45 set as the rain has eased off, hasn't it there? So puddles are going to start to disappear now. In terms of who hasn't set a time yet, Winnie 15th, 16th Vintage, Smithy 17th, happy 25th Smithy, 18th is Styles, 19th is Mushroom, 20th is Kaz at the moment, who's just coasted out of the pit lane as well. I do miss the Singapore sling. I really wish they'd bring it back, to be honest there. But there we go. I don't think that's ever going to happen, is it? There's a lot of drivers that complain about that Singapore sling, didn't they? I loved it personally. Of course, we had so many instances. Like Kobayashi had an issue in 2011 qualifying. Kimi Räikkönen crashed there in the first year around here in 2008 then. I'm sure another Sauber lifted off around there as well, didn't they? We only had it for 5 years, didn't we? From 2008 to 2012 before they got rid of it, unfortunately. Here's Kiki. Still on the wet tyres, Kiki is at the moment there. And I think, yes, he is into the pit lane now. I think the wet tyres is not the way to go. 6 minutes to go in this qualifying session. What I said in the early stage of qualifying, absolutely ignore it, because you've only got one qualifying. It's a short qualifying, by the way, who has just joined us. This is short quality, so just 18 minutes to get your times on the board then. And I was saying then that, of course, it did dry up towards the end of qualifying 3 for gold then, but we had a full qualifying session there with a knockout system then, of course. Whoa! Smith and Mighty, I thought, was in the wall then. And they just going over the Anderson Bridge now, as goodness gracious me. Percy, who hasn't been in the car this week, but he is certainly getting excitable in the comment section as well. Scooby Stew, great job at the moment there in 6th position. Hopefully he can keep it. I'm not going to make no bones about it. Scooby Stew and Swan Shanks is the 2 drivers I'm going to be getting my fingers crossed for tonight. I really want to get them. I really want them guys to be in the points. TK has gone pole position there. Whilst I'm talking waffle, Higgs is fastest there, and then it's TK fastest now. TK, who's only got, only got 1 pole position this season. Remember, he had 14 last season, which I think is the highest or the 2nd highest in ALR history in bronze. I think it's the highest in bronze then. I think it's actually the highest all time in the season as well. Moving on the intermediate tyres as well. Smithy Almighty has just gone into 3rd fastest now. The time's going to tumble like a fruit machine here. Here's Winnie starting his lap as well in car 3 with that default helmet there. And luckily, the default helmets look a lot nicer than they did last season. Jay Higgs currently 2nd and Smithy Almighty in 3rd. Who is that? Scooby Stew, 1.5 seconds up in the Alpine there. Out of turn 18 as well, into at 18 and 19. There's 2:18 corners on this circuit. Scooby Stew across the line going 5th fastest, about 2.5 seconds. Time to tumbling. Alfa Romeo in the background just starting his lap. I can't see if that's a Brooksy or the other Alfa Romeo of Cirrus Mushroom. Might be Cirrus. No, it's Brooksy who is out on circuit now and tackling the course. And who is that? I thought someone just crashed then. Sick as muck there, doing a lot of harvesting then before going for broke then and having one more bite of the cherry. I'm looking for that 2nd Williams. Where is he? It's Crestier T who is starting his lap now, so we're keeping on Crestier T. Red Bull is out on circuit as well. Jay Higgs. Jay Higgs just finishing off his up. There's a Ferrari of is that New Potato? It's not New Potato, it is the other Ferrari of Moomins finishing off his up. There is Moomin and 4.5 seconds out. This is going to catapult him right up the order. This could be pole position for Moomin. It is pole position there by the minutest of margin there. By 100th of a second. That is pole position there, but it might be last one across the line. There's an Alpine, that's a Williams and TK coming into the pits there. That might be nightmare for TK, you know. I reckon TK could be tumbling down the order here. 3 minutes to go. Oh, we've got 3 minutes to go in this qualifying session. Goodness me, I thought it was the end of it. No, listen, it's just the beginning. Into the pits comes the Mercedes now. Gosh, Crusher T is 2nd in attempt up in the 2nd split time. Brooksy 4 seconds up in the 2nd split time there. Lovely 17. I think he's hit he's had a glancing blow with the Tech Pro there, unfortunately. Sick as muck, who I think as well was looking for one of the Aston Martins there, who is just starting his lap as well. Ferrari of I'm not sure who that is. I think it's New Potato coming in the pits there. One of the Alpines and one of the Ferraris getting very close to the back of each other. Kiki starting us up now with 2.5 minutes to go in this quali session. These are very long laps around here. Look at that, we're almost nudging the 1 3/4 mark of these quali laps, and so very long laps to do. Scooby Stew staying out again then. Scooby Stew there is I think he's gonna have to do one more harvest out there before going for it. He's done 6 laps on the intermediate tires, you know. Oh dear, I think those intermediate tires may cost him now. Brooks, he's invalidated his time, so he's gonna have to have another bite of cherry as well. Cirrus Mushroom there out on circuit. There's a Mercedes coming out of the final turn. I think it's Slayer just starting his lap now. It is indeed then. I think it's Slayer, isn't it? I think it is Slayer then, as yellow flags down into turn 1 as one of the Red Bulls has had an issue there. Or I think it's Jay Higgs just getting out of the way. He is getting out of the way. Therefore, there's some debris. It was just a pick up on the tyres there for Jay Higgs in 3rd position. I don't think Jay Higgs has ever had a pole position, has he? No, he hasn't now. So Jay Higgins has not had a pole position yet, but this could be his first of his career so far. Then on board Sick as Muck there, who's on an out left north. I cannot tell who's doing what then, but out of the pits comes the championship leader, New Potato. Oh my gosh, I don't think they got enough time, you know. Look at the gap, look at the time there. They've got to bounce, and it's New Potato there throwing caution to the wind there. Same with Dr. True Pots. I think they've left it too late, you know. Here comes Cirrus Mushroom there. Has he got time for what? He's got time for one more run. He goes 6 fastest. He's a 10th of a second behind his teammate here. It's an all Alpha row 3. Aston Martin Swanshanks, superlative lap there for Swanshanks. One of the most experienced drivers on the ALR bronze grid, 7 fast mode, using that experience to absolute perfection here. I'm looking for Kiki's on pole position by half a second there. Red Bull in the background. I think that is Vessier down in 13th, starting his final lap then. Alpine just coming across the line then, and I think that is Crustier T, who has gone 11th fastest. No, it isn't Crustier T. It was someone else there. It was Scooby Stew who's gone 12th fastest in the Alpine, and Scooby Stew runs across the Dr. Drewpot. As Dr. Drewpot's got a 5-second penalty. Look, it's because there's all anarchy. They've all left it too late there, and Dr. Drewpot has a flying off the circle as well in the background. And I think that is Moomin off the circuit. Dr. Drewpot's a new potato. I've come to blows then, unfortunate, and Sick as Muck has just gone into 12th fastest. There's anarchy there because they have left it too late. I think that this is still a quicker lap, haven't they? They got second. The checker flag is out. New potatoes in 15th. Moomin is out of qualifying. Dr. True Potts is 16th. Two championship protagonists has had a nightmare here. McLaren had come across the line then, and it was out Styles. No, it wasn't Styles, and it was Smithy Almighty going 11th fastest. New potato, there he comes. So what about the Haas behind us? And the Haas has not improved even, and they have all made an absolute mess of that final run then, haven't they? Serious Mushroom has found time now. I think, can he improve? He can get in front of his teammate here out of the final turn. They've left it too late, unfortunately. They've been clock watching there. Serious Mushroom stays 8th fast in the end, and just a minutus as a Crustier T off the circuit, and Scooby Stew crawling. I'm looking for the other Alpine of I'm not sure who I'm looking for, to be honest. TK going over the Anson Bridge now. What about Kiki? Kiki's improving again, and he has improved again then. Red Bull in the background, and Jay Higgs is somewhere. Though his Vessier's on pole position, and that's an important stage in this championship. Brooksley's in third, and there's an Aston Martin in the background as well. Slayer in 4th. I don't know what's going on. TK's out on circuit. Jay Higgs has got some time in the piggy bank as well. Surely on board now with TK. The Alpine just get out of the way. It's a nightmare session for New Potato, and Dutch True Pots down in 15th and 16th on the grid. Oh my word. Winnie is still up there. Winnie, I think, is coming across the line now. Where is Winnie going to put himself? I don't. That's the wrong Mercedes. That's Slayer. TK on the final turn. TK is second for the start up for pole position there. What about Jay Higgs? Can he get pole? No, it's an all Red Bull front row here, but it is Vessier on pole position then for the Singapore Grand Prix. Fantastic stuff for himself and the Red Bull team, and that is crucial in this race. And look at where his championship rival is, of New Potato, right the way down the order. However, TK is only in third then as well, so it is still all very much to play for, isn't it? Vessier's third pole position of his career for himself and the Red Bull team. Magnificent stuff indeed there for Vessier. It's third pole position of the season as well. Magnificent stuff indeed then. Sick as Muck, I think, is still out there, isn't he? But I think that he's coasting, and he is coasting in the pits now. Oh, got indigestion. I've also given myself a headache. But I think that qualifying session, I haven't read the comments yet, but I feel some drivers left it too late. I do feel that indeed, then they've left it too late then, and they came out with about a minute and 30 to go, minute and 40, and a hot lap around here was a minute and 42. That was not enough time at all, and yeah, they were just tripping over each other by the looks of things. There's a 5-place grid penalty. I think it's for Dr. Trupot, so he's going to be last on the grid. The man who's 4th in the championship here. That is not ideal at all. Goodness gracious me. Where am I then? Kaz, why are you not moving out the way? I was on a flying lap. Move in. Help us all out. Laugh out loud. Help then. And we've also got movement saying, no, I never went wide off the airpin. Try and move away from New Potato and the Alpines. Though, but I was on a flying lap. But I was on a flying lap there. Messed up the final run. Would have got P5 GG's. GG Shake got held up in the final run. Their movement is saying as well. For 10 per second separates Vessier and Jay Higgs there. Jay Higgs then is a substitute driver. However, he wants to get his first win, doesn't he? Jay Higgs does. And also, is he going to help his team out? That is the question. Then, but it's a Red Bull 1-2 with TK in third position here. Championship rivals of New Potato and New Potato down in 15th. Dr. True Potts at the back of the field. Then that is the major story of this show so far here. Oh my gosh! So Oh my word! Then Formula Serious Russia. Well done to Vestia as well. Then so there's a lot of chat going on about drivers holding each other up. I must say that there was 18 minutes there, and a lot of drivers left it too long, too late. I feel, and that's really hurt them, and that has hurt the likes of New Patel down in 15th. Dr. True Potts last on the grid. Jay Vestia is on pole position for the third time of his career, for the third time this season. He is third in the World Championship at the moment as well, and he needs to start to really make hay on the championship leader, which is New Potato. And TK would also like to start to eat into that lead as well, as of course we have still got 8 rounds to go in the championship, have we? That doesn't sound right. Hang on, let me get my calculator out. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 rounds to go, plus 2 free sprint races as well to come in Qatar, USA, and Brazil as well. And of course, we've got the new venues of Qatar and Las Vegas, and to really put the drivers on the toes as well. You cannot rest at all, can you? In this championship, it is going to be all fun and games. And just reminding you that Vessia is 44 points away from New Potato in the championship, 37 points for TK, 45 points Dr. Troops is behind the championship leader. Soft tyres for Marsky. I am absolutely beside myself with that. Having said that, the soft tyres last night really went very long, didn't they, into the final stage of racing. I can't believe the soft tyres lasted that long then. Hard tyres for Vessia, mediums for Jay Higgs, said. Everyone else behind on the hard tyres as well. Potato looking to make this championship look difficult. Tango is saying that, Bronze, I miss you so, Lucas saying that. No wonder it rained. Mushroom put a quali lap in. I haven't heard from Mushroom yet, then I think he's very much got his game Mushroom on then tonight, hasn't he? Rightio then, let's go for the grid, shall we? And it is Vessia, pole position for the third time of his career. He is third in the World Championship. Teammate Hings is alongside him on row 1, but Jay Hings is gone onto the medium tyre there, whilst TK and Vestia, championship rivals, have gone to the hard. Kiki in fourth bed, not championship material yet. Kiki isn't there, but he is certainly a man who is on a rich run of form then. Brooksy in fifth, medium tyre. Slayer in sixth on medium as well. Moomin is seventh, also on medium tyres. Not the helmet, by the way, for Moomin, fantastic. Marsky on soft tyres in eighth position. I reckon Marsky's gambling for an early safety car here, you know. Serious Mushroom in ninth position. The carbon fibre zone Mushroom is there with Swanshank superb in 10th position. Then can he get some points on the board? Question T, and only his second start in his bronze career. The last time he started in bronze was back in Russia, season 4. He's 11th. Smithy Almighty making his 25th Grand Prix start tonight is 12th. Sicker's Muck in 13th. A miserable season so far for Sicker's Muck and for the Aston Martin team. Scooby Stew well up in 14th position. Great strategy call to go onto the intermediate tyres right from the get-go. If he had a new pair of boots, I reckon Scooby Stew would have been in the top 10 easily. New Potato, the championship leader, has had a bit of a nightmare in qualifying. It all went to shambles there, as someone's just shown their size of their exhaust outside my window. New Potato in 15th. Winnie is 16th, also on the hard tyres as well. Vintage in 17th, with Styles in 18th. Kaz in 19th in the house car on medium tyres. At 20th is Dr. True Potts with that 5-place grid penalty for him and New Potato come together in qualifying. He is 4th in the championship. Dr. True Potts was there. He started off the season with an incredible win there. He has had 3 wins so far this season with 6 podiums there. He's going to really have to pull up his socks tonight there. But with championship rival of New Potato quite the way down the order, this is still an opportunistic time for Vestia, TK, and potentially Dr. True Potts as well. But Dr. True Potts is going to have to really get a scramble on the early stage of this race then. Lines up on the grid now, preparing themselves for the start then. As the red lights will come on, one at a time then, on board with Vestia. On board with Vestia then is revving on them for the man who's on pole position for the third time. It's lights out, and it's away we go then. True Potts is already up in position, and Jay Higgs there is alongside Vestia going into turn 1 there. And the Red Bulls have come together, and it's a slight kiss there, slight contact between the two drivers. And Brooksy, who's in 5th position there. Who's that around there? I thought there was a Ferrari around there. They're okay then. Taking a look, New Potato's already up 2 positions already then. Smithy Almighty is dropping down. Goodness me, is dropping down there. He's down in 16th and a very difficult start there. Jay Higgs leads with Vestia in 2nd, TK in 3rd position there. Look at this, and it's Kiki all over the back. Then Brooksy on the medium tyres. Not made him work just yet. Winnie is Winnie is fighting with look at this, Dr. True Potts is free already, and New Potato's going to go on the outside, True Potts on the inside, it's goodness gracious me, and True Potts has done exactly what he needed to do on those medium tyres, contacted the back between Smithy and New Potatoes. We're having a look there, now we've got Winnie who's having a look there on the inside there, the Williamson Quettitees had to scamper off the circle there, he comes back on with using his wing mirrors, like very good stuff indeed there, and look at that parking, I think I got to say that's very gentlemanly there from Crest T. Maybe a bit too gentlemanly. Dodge Drew Potts gone wide out the Anderson Bridge as well. Gap in the front is 8/10 of a second at the moment there. And we're going down at Raffles, not at Raffles, at Boulevard. I think Russell Boulevard's earlier on. Then Dodge Drew Potts aggressive at this stage. And winning. Oh my goodness me. And now we got a new straight. Then of course anyone who's missed silver and gold this week, we don't turn right anymore then. Well, we turn right at this stage. But Winnie there just not giving an inch there. No DRS down that straight though, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on your thinking of the DRS. And I would like to have had an extra DRS around here personally. Out of the final turn then, Hings leads that, but Vesser is all over the back of Hings, and I think Vesser would like to get past quickly. We're just watching the championship protagonist now in a 13th and 14th position. That is what we're going to be keeping an eye on for the moment, and with New Potato and Dr. True Potts out of position, but Dr. True Potts flying through the field like a hot knife through butter after the shambles of qualifying. It was the man who's fourth in the championship, but New Potato down there in the midfield here, not ideal for New Potato, and here he comes, and he's having a look at Winnie. Winnie is going to be playing hard ball then, but contact there between Dr. True Potts and Winnie there. Winnie goes off the circuit, and Winnie still keeps that position there. New Potato all over the back of Winnie, all over the back of True Potts as well. I think this is going to get very feisty at the moment there, isn't it? Very feisty is already here in this stage. That lap 2 of this race, and soft tyres towards the end of the race potentially. I'll read out your comments in just a few moments. True Potts taking a lot of curve there into the chicane, and True Potts, look at those tyres. I reckon those tyres there. I reckon that those tyres there of Dr. True Potts maybe overheating ever so slightly. But True Potts in 13th position at the moment. And who is that having a sniff? It's Winnie, you know. There he goes. And sickest man. Then where's Mushroom? Mushroom's lost out here. Mushroom's behind Marskew's on the soft tyres, and he's having a sniff and moving up the inside. Not quite. Remember, Liam, yes, daring overtake on Knowlesy. I probably should have mentioned that, of course, since Knowlesy's on duty tonight, then it might give me a slap. Out the final turn then into yellow. Brooksy in the last week's winner is out of the race. What's happened? Out of the final turn, and he's gone off in a major way. It's a VSC only. My word. I'm surprised that's not a safety car, but when Brooksy, the driver who was absolutely flying last week and won the race, out of this one before you've even reached lap 3. That is absolutely. What am I thinking of? Distraught, Brooksy is going to be, that's the word. Brooks is going to be destroyed here. This is a VSC, not a full safety car at this moment. Yeah, after last night's stops, don't look as weird a strategy, although an early safety car would help a lot, possibly hard, then a set of softs at the end. Extremely aggressive of Winnie then, of not if, and we've also got Liam yet. That was a bit interesting, Liam yet was saying. From Winnie's point of view then. VSC is out at the moment now. We'll get back raced in a minute then. Of course, you do not want to get hampered too much here, do you? Of course, you've got to adhere to the Delta on board of Winnie now, who is still in front of Drew Potts. This is opportunistic there for Drew Potts. I reckon that his tyres were on fire at this stage of the lap last time around. Then lovely shot here if you go over the Anderson Bridge then. And I think we might even get overtaken the season over there, because I think I can't remember who it was now, and an absolutely incredible. I think we're green now. We are green. We're back racing, and DRS has been enabled once again. And Winnie is having a look this way and that way, but Sickest Monk would not be deterred. Both Aston Martins. Oh, and Dr. True Potts there has gone into the wall, and I'm not sure that it looks like he got on the power there and just went into. Just went into the wall there for Dr. True Potts. I think he's got the power. And he's... Oh my word! He's out! He's out of the Grand Prix! And Dr. True Potts, a championship protagonist, has gone. He was on fire, his tyres were, I think, and he's done it again. And that is an absolute... That's a shocker. And I think that Dr. True Potts... Is this the end of his championship quest then? Well, I think I'm being a bit premature here, which is nothing unusual, isn't it? Goodness gracious me. but yeah, now some PK Liam saying that it does have the hallmarks, doesn't there? So he was, I think that Dr. Truepots was very frustrated then, but there's a safety car out now. However, I think it would, I think that Dr. Truepots would have probably liked it the other way around, really, wouldn't it? But he's out of the race then. That could be a problem then. Same team as well, kind of. And it technically is. Of course, the Alpine used to be the Renault team, didn't they? Of course, then they was the Lotus team before they were the Renault team again. Then before that, they were the Benetton team. And then before that, I think there was a Toll Run, wasn't it? Goodness gracious me, then. It's very interesting if you look back on the history of some of these Formula 1 cars. I got safety cars out at the moment, so I'm going down yesterday. I need to talk about the race first. Safety cars out. Out of the race is Brooksy and Dr. Truepots, two big hitters in this race. Both out of the race very early on. Dr. Truepots is going to be absolutely disappointed by what's happened there. Dan will go over second in front of Moomin as well. Now I've got top five. Now top five have been brought back in then. Let's take a look at the tyre strategy then at the moment. And who is this going to help in India? Well, I think Marsky, as Ted Tango said in the comments there, that this might help the soft runners. Jay Higgs has stayed out. So has... Is anyone going to come to the pit? I reckon it'd just be Marsky though. It is just Marsky as he comes into the pit. And it's a very difficult pit in and pit out here, isn't it? So Marsky there slowing down then to, I think it's 60 kilometres in here, isn't there? Because there's a very narrow pit lane. Of course, it's usually 60 kilometres in the street circuits, I think it is anyway. No one else is coming to the pits yet. Well, having said that, Haas have got to do double duty now because Kaz is coming in the pits as well. But my hard tyres then for Marsky. Kaz coming into the pits as well. Safety car out at the moment. We didn't have no safety cars at all on Sunday, did we? Goodness gracious me. That's probably because Farf was probably Farf might have threatened the drivers then. Of course, we don't do any of that in ALR. Oh, goodness gracious me. We started rumours, haven't we? Out of the pits out comes Kaz. And he's just coming out at the end of the pit lane then. So, as it stands, Jay Higgs is leading everyone else now on the medium or hard tyres. Only two drivers go in the pits, which is the two Haas drivers. Car's gone medium, Marsky's going hard. Everyone else is not coming to the pits yet. Retirements for Dr. Truepots and Brooksy. Dr. Truepots half spun it out of turn 15, I think it is. I keep losing corner. Take away 4 corners, not completely lost. It's not even like that corner numbers changed from last season, but that's my excuse anyway. Out of turn 15 then, Dr. Truepots lost it. Then of course hit the wing, and then he did it again out of turn 17, didn't he? And that time he did crash out, unfortunately. Truepots out of the race, and this is a major. I reckon that this is going to be looking back on this one at the end of the season, and maybe in our season review and thinking, golly gosh, what happened there? And Dr. Truepots, and this could be the one where we've seen that Dr. Truepots is out of the championship. 7 rounds still to go. It's not over yet. That includes 3 sprint races as well on the calendar, then, which is always good fun, isn't it? Of course, we do have a 2-week break after this one, then, which maybe this break is going to come at a good time for Dr. Truepots there, where he can Slayer's got a 5-second penalty for a severe collision with Moomin. That's not good at all. We're not sure what happened there, but that's not ideal because Slayer's not going to have to go in the pits, and that 5-second penalty is going to be added on to his pit stop. And the mechanics cannot touch the car for 5 seconds, which is plus 5 seconds as well, because they're not exactly on the limit, are they? The mechanics are, as they don't want to get another penalty for jumping the gun, so to speak. Then, but Slayer got a 5-second penalty for him and Moomin come together. I don't know if Slayer's not going in the pits then, so I don't think he's damaged the front wing, but that is not ideal at all. Safety car out at the moment then, as we've got the 2 Red Bulls currently leading. As Slayer, I think that Slayer has said that Moomin is in AI and it overtook dangerously there as Moomin has asked if he's done anything wrong then. Hopefully, there shouldn't be any safety overtaking at all, really. But 6 months there, Umit was actually overtaking Swanshanks there. Looks like that Slayer is saying that Moomin may have been in AI mode, and unfortunately that has given Slayer a 5-second penalty there. As you're both in the comments there. So, okay. At least yes. At least I keep me up to date and everything. Just looking down on the beautiful Singapore circuit now. We're on lap 6 out of 31 here. So just looking down the Red Bull. Of course, tomorrow night we got Formula 2 action. Looking forward to that one in Italy. I do love Formula 2. However, of course, ALR for season 10. What is the well? We call it the event league, don't we? Really, on Wednesday nights. I mean, what would you like to see racing on Wednesday nights and in ALR? Of course, we do. Well, I think the last 2 seasons we've given it to, a vote to the drivers, and however, but halfway through the season, the drivers that have voted for one or the other have usually given up the ghost, haven't they? Really, but it'd be interesting to see how it goes. And of course, I think the options are probably Formula 2 again. Of course, we can have the 2023 Formula 2 cars. Maybe the 100% may make a return. Now, remember, Mortal was superb in that last season. And of course, we may even get the realistic league as well. We can even tie that in as well, couldn't we? So maybe then, of course, it'd be interesting to hear your thoughts then. But we got a very long way to go, because this championship is all the way up till Christmas time as well, which I don't want to even think about Christmas yet, because I haven't even I don't even thought about Halloween, which is my favourite time of year. Out of the way, because I can go outside without my mask on. We're racing again, are we? No, we're not. Now we are. Here we go. Jay Higgins leads then. I'll get his name right eventually one of these days then. But Jay Higgins should have a better run. And he has had a better run, as Slayer has got past Moomin already there. I thought he got past him before the safety car. Oh, and that Swan, Slick as Monk, and Winnie there was very much drifting around turn 1 there. Winnie there is very much up for the fight here tonight, isn't it? Golly gosh there. Maybe Winnie was a bit overzealous there, but he's still having a look then, isn't it? Going out of turn 5, and New Potato, I think, is going to be probably want to step back from this. Maybe not, as I'm almost high pitch as well. Going down into turn 7. If any of you Lewis Hamilton fans there, probably grimace at turn 7 there. I think New Potato's grimacing as well. Singer Smoke back up the inside, and them two get him very cozy. Oh goodness gracious me, Winnie has got some pace here tonight, but you're very aggressive on the overtakes there. Smithfield Almighty all over the back now. New Potato as well. Just because I say it's aggressive doesn't mean there's nothing wrong with it at all. It just looks aggressive from my point of view. Having said that, I'm no longer a driver, and I might just be being a whip and all that kind of stuff. But I suppose there's nothing wrong with that, is it? But goodness me. But good luck. That's why I'm not a steward then, luckily enough, because I'll probably be wrong quite a lot of the time. I'm bored with Swan Shanks, and I'm beautiful. No, he ain't, because out the inside goes New Potatoes. Now in the points, New Potato is there. One of his championship protagonists, Dr. Truthpots, out of this race already. His other championship rivals is currently 2nd and 3rd. 8/10 of a second separates them two at the moment. So it's not too bad then. Not too bad at all, as New Potato then flicking it out of 18 and 19 here. Scooby Stew's got a 3-second penalty at the moment there. Scooby Stew is there. Crusher T has followed suit as well in 17th position there. That is just how hard they're pushing there, not only at the back, at the front of the field as well. New Serious Mushroom currently in 7th position at the moment. Oh, my word. Gap at the front there is now up to 1.5 seconds at the moment there, with Vessia in 2nd there, and TK in 3rd position. Kiki is hanging on gamely in 4th position there. Slayer in 5th, half a second away, with Movement 6th. Mushroom 7th, Swan Shanks in 8th position. I'm not making... Oh, no, I ain't. Here comes... look at Smithy Almighty down the outside, track position there. He is very much loving life at the moment now. I'm not going to make no bones about it there. On board is Swan Shanks' lovely bit of new car livery here from the Aston Martin, the DBX 707 there. Or am I saying that right? I don't figure out. To be honest, I don't really know much about who's going to the wall. Then I don't really know much about cars. I only know a bit about Formula 1 cars, and even then, that's a bit of a stretch. But I love the fact that Swan Shanks is doing well tonight. Of course, I want Swan Shanks and Scooby Shoot to get some points here tonight, and it's a good opportunity. Having said that, he's just nerfed the back of Serious Mushroom there, and I don't think Mushroom's going to be too keen on Swan Shanks nerfing there. I love to see Swan Shanks get some points there, but goodness gracious me there. I think that he's very keen tonight, isn't he? Maybe a bit too keen to get past Serious Mushroom. DRS has now been enabled. Out of the final turn, I'll catch up with your comments in a minute, guys. Out of the final turn now then, Winnie there, who was looking quite interesting as the gaps are yo-yoed around at the moment. I love it indeed. You're still driving the car under the safety car, maybe focus on that. Ted Tango tip then, Winnie clawing at the bottom of the honey pot there, Liam is saying that. And also nice to see the side pods on the Mercedes now too. Yes indeed then, you see Tango is thinking about the introversies of the car, and there's me just going, oh, look at that, there's a new logo of the of the Halo. You can tell, oh wow, it's a new potato. It's gone very wide there out of 7, and Swanshanks there, oh my goodness me, they're all aggressive tonight in Singapore, aren't they? Yeah, Ted Tango focusing on the on of course the new aerodynamic devices there. Of course, we've now got a side pod on the Mercedes, haven't we? But there's been like just getting excited about the new. Oh no, is that Kiki? He's off going over the Anderson Bridge there. Has he got damage? We cannot tell from this onboard footage here that we're on board with now. But I think that Kiki, I hope he hasn't got damage. I'll be surprised if he hasn't got damage there. New Potato is fighting with Winnie, but Winnie is going to get past as well of Serious Mushroom there. So Kiki has just lost out there. I'm going to keep an eye on Kiki, see if he's got damage. But that's look at Winnie. He is flying out there. He's now a yellow flag. Stars is off the circuit. And now he's gone down into turn 15 there. Winnie's up into 6th position there. And once again, Winnie, who is so he was incredibly quick, isn't he, on some tracks? Other tracks he's in the midfield mayhem, but tonight he is absolutely flying once again. Winnie is there. My goodness gracious me, some tracks he just absolutely hooks it up there. Kiki must have had damage there, and he is coming to the pits now, and there's the Alpha Tire mechanics there going to work. Then is that new wing? That is a new wing as well. Assembly there, medium tires then on lap 10. We ain't even at half distance yet in this Grand Prix as the front wing, the front nose cone there is being changed as the AlphaTauri Honda has been serviced, and away he goes then. Now Moomin is now being under attack from Winnie. Winnie is the star of the show at the moment, along with New Potato. There he is in the background. Mushroom and Potato then very much one of a kind, so to speak, since I seem to merge their names a lot. However, Swanshanks is all over the back. Is there a problem for New Potato then? Or is New Potato just overheated his tyres potentially? We'll keep an eye on that, but Swanshanks is flying at the moment. Back on board the Aston Martin, doing a good job at the moment there in 2 points at the moment in 9th position. Swanshanks as we go over the Anderson Bridge. And here's Winnie, and Winnie is proving an absolute delight tonight there, isn't he? Of course, we have mentioned, oh, he's going on the inside there, on the outside, and almost into the barrier goes moving. Good heavens above there, as Winnie is taking no prisoners tonight, and now up into 5th position there. We have got Kaz and Scooby Stew very close there, but Scooby Stew is repelled the attack of Kaz beautifully and stayed in 13th position, or may have gone up to 12th. I do not know. You probably should pay more attention. Vestier is having a look down into turn 1, but no dice at the moment. I'm going to sneeze. 1 second. Oh, excuse me. I think I pressed the mute button a bit too early. Oh, into the pits comes Scooby Stew, and I feel I've got another sneeze coming. Scooby Stew into the pits now then. We got the Red Bulls of Vessier, and oh my word. Jay Hings has dropped down to 2nd position there, but Vessier takes the lead, and now I think the medium tyres have passed it, so Jay Higgs will be in the pits, I think. I've lost the mute button, I'm so sorry. Oh, goodness me, I've just blown your ears out. Betsy here is in the lead of this Grand Prix. 2nd is Jay Higgs, 3rd is TK. Goodness me. Oh, my word. Oh, good gracious me, get some decorum in this box. Gosh. Right, anyway, Tango saying, Winnie is a man on a mission so important. Surely he can't win from 16th on the grid. Surely. Haven't said that. Didn't someone else win from 16th on the grid? Or was it 15th? I can't remember. Well, Alonso went from 15th, didn't he? Or was it 16th? Yellow flag there for one of the McLarens. And there's Styles off the circuit. Styles had an issue earlier on this race there. I don't think he hasn't come in the pits just yet, I don't believe. But now he's going to have to come in the pits because that end plate there has been completely sheared off then. Unfortunately, then Scooby Stew was in the pits whilst I was having me sneezing attack. Jay Hings is still in DRS range. However, I think, oh, you can see that car, it's not looking sweet anymore, is it, Jay Hings, isn't there? But at the moment, it's a Red Bull 1-2. That is perfect for the Red Bull team. It is indeed then. Where are they in the Constructors' Championship, I hear outside? I think the Red Bull are currently in 6 in the Constructors' Championship. I'm surprised I'm put low down there, but it's so close to the Constructors' Championship. This 1-2 will absolutely catapult them right up into front of the Constructors. That's how close it is. But I think there's a long way to go to even think about this 1-2 finish just yet. with TK on the prowl. 5 seconds back is Winnie at the moment now. Here is Winnie. Winnie is electric again out there. Really incredible stuff indeed. Here comes New Potato. Having a look. Serious rush with New Potato. There's contact there between the two drivers there. And New Potato there. And Serious Rush there. Unfortunately, having a tango down into turn number 7 there. New Potato has the tyres, doesn't he? Serious Rush is not going to make it easy, though, is it, for the former champion of New Potato? He is in the lead there as he backs out that because there's a wall that jumps out, doesn't it, if you go on the inside there, the old Singapore thing. And look at this, Serious Rush is now because there's a queue behind Mush, and the gap is 3 seconds there. Swanshank's having a sniff there. Oh, contact again there. New Potato desperate to get through here. All kinds of shenanigans going on there over the Anderson Bridge there. And looks, Swanshank is down into 10th position there. And I think that New Potato is going to have to be concerned about that. It's a 3-second penalty for movement. That's going to be costly, surely, in this race. Because now the two Red Bulls have absolutely left TK for dust, haven't they? I don't know what's happened to TK, and I was expecting Aston Martin to fly by down the inside of Smithfield Mighty there, but that's not the case there. Medium tyres are still out at the moment now, and yet New Potato has come into the pits, and Slayer also in the pits as well. No, listen, Slayer isn't in the pits, and Moomin has got past. Not Moomin, Winnie's got past. What the devil is this man been eating? That's absolutely incredible. He's had his shreddy wheats once again. I'm absolutely bewildered. Winnie, some weeks he's like flying and he's wiggling now. I'm wondering if he's just saying thank you to Slayer. Some weeks Winnie's struggling to get into the top 10, and there's other weeks where he's just absolutely a rocket ship. And he's a rocket ship here tonight there from 16th on the grid. Just as Ted Tango said that. Good stuff indeed there for... Good stuff indeed at the moment there for Winnie there. Goodness gracious me, I'd be surprised if he can get a win there. I'd be actually amazed if he can get on the podium as well. But he's certainly flying out there at the moment, isn't he? Both Aston Martins just looking strong, isn't there? Stickers, Merck and Swanshanks have had a very difficult year for the British Racing Green team. But now they've got a bit of a new up-to-date livery. And now he is... now he is in 8th position there as Liam has... he's just about gone through as Liam, has brought out the Winnie the Pooh stuff indeed. So I love it indeed. The undercut is one way that he could get himself on the that podium conversation. Ted Tango was saying there. Liam was saying Winnie has had his honey done. And we know how much Winnie the Pooh likes his honey, doesn't he? I haven't watched Winnie the Pooh in ages, to be honest. My favourite character used to be Tigger. Mainly probably because he's ginger or orange there, but it's the closest thing you have to ginger in the is that 180 per word or something like that potentially. However, I think that there is also another who's that into the pits. And Swanshanks is into the pits and going for the undercut. Ted Tango is talking about the undercut for Winnie, and potentially Swanshanks maybe thinking the same and maybe catapulting him out of this battle between New Potato and Smithfield Mighty and Siggers Merck. However, I haven't said that then. Serious Mushrooms out on circuit and also putting in some electric times, as is Moomin as well, who's also been into the pits. And Moomin is out in 30th position. Where's Serious Mushroom? There is the undercut then. It is quite apparent in this one there. There he goes and up into 14th position. Look at the amount of time he's lost. And look at that. And Scooby Stew is going to be in the heart of this battle. I think he's going to be around 9th or 10th when this all plays out. Crusher T coming on the pits as well. Crusher T's second race in bronze tonight. In bronze this season, I should say, then doing a good job as well. Can he get to the finish then? His last race in bronze was back in Russia, season 4 then. So almost an umpteen years ago, wasn't it? Smithfield Mighty is keeping up with New Potato at the moment there. New Potato, though, is doing a good job. He's recovered from an appalling qualifying up into 6th at the moment. One of his championship rivals, Drew Potts, is out there. Yeah, don't say too much, you'll use all my potential, but... and Jay Higgs there has gone into the wall. I'm not sure if he hasn't damaged the car, has he? I need to calm down, don't I? I was reading the comments and I just looked up and I said a red ball in the wall. But Jay Higgs definitely had a glance and blow at the wall. I won't say too much more, Liam, mainly because I've been struggling myself with the old Winnie the Pooh puns as well. But no, I'll leave that to you because my puns is pretty appalling. They're not very punny, are they? Jay Higgs, I wonder if he's got damage in that. Let's take a look. Oh, lovely shot here from the Red Bull side pocket. And looking back, we can hardly see our adversary now, which is TK in the background. TK has lost a lot of time in the... Look at that, he's almost 3 seconds away from Jay Higgs. That is... He's really dropped off the back here, hasn't he? We're going to have a Vintage and Kaz having a good old scrap here. Here is Vintage now. I've been to 11th position now. Vintage has not stopped. Kaz has stopped earlier on this race. So has Marsky. Both the Haas drivers have catapulted themselves up the order. So that's good something there. Whilst the Vintage needs to stop again, but I think the Vintage is sticking with a planned strategy here. He's not deviating from it even. Then, of course, Vintage with the famous 5, and of course the famous car 5, which was Sebastian Vettel's number for a few years then. Say a few years, since 2015 basically, wasn't there? He did have the number 1 on the when they did start to have their own numbers. They did have number 1 originally, didn't they? Before going to number 5. Of course, Nigel Mansell, famous for the red 5 as well, along with Knowlesy as well, who's also got the famous red 5 in Formula 2. We got Vintage going over the Anderson Bridge. He is pushing on Kaz, who cannot get past Marsky at the moment now, but I don't think Gunther Steiner is going to be too disappointed with how the Haas team is going at the moment. 9th and 10th. There's a lot more drivers still to come in the pits. I'd be surprised if Marsky can get to the end. With this at the moment. Into the pits comes Jay Hings now. Jay Hings into the pits, and there is no new wing there for Jay Hings. And I was just making sure that he did have a glancing blow with the wall, but that's all fine and dandy. He's on the hard tyres now. He's coming out of the pit lane, and the hard runners are staying out at the moment. We're half distance in this Singapore Grand Prix. And look at that, he's going to be beyond the 2 Haas cars here, and maybe even Vintage as well. That's not ideal for Jay Hings, is it? There they go then, and that is he should be able to overtake the drivers fairly easy, but he would like to have had a bit more. If he had a clear run, Sigismund's got 3-second penalty. That's going to be a bit unfortunate. Slayer's got a penalty as well. Winnie has taken 0.7 out of TK in 1 lap. I think those mediums are now becoming rubber for a bonfire, not for a race, not a race tire. Good spot there from Ted Tango. That's why we paid Ted Tango the big bucks. Well, hopefully, well, we would pay him big bucks, but at the moment there, our budget's quite limited. Usually it's me who's stealing all the budget on chocolate. Moomin on the outside of Key there, as Liam Young might start to sing again in a minute, but Moomin up into 12th position now, Kiki down into 13th, sticking with Jay Higgs is now all over the back. But yeah, Winnie now 5.3 seconds back, then TK's tyres are struggling, and we seen it a couple of laps ago as well, didn't we, because he was struggling to keep up with Jay Higgs. Jay Higgs is now all over the back. He's not anymore, he's passed, and one of the drivers of TK Investor may come to the pits now then to cover this undercut threat from Jay Higgs, or is it too early for the medium tyres? The most anyone's gone to the medium tyres so far is Kaz on 11 laps then. I think that Jay Higgs actually did about 15 laps, didn't he, before he came to the pits, I believe. Now he's got the 2 Haas cars just in front of us. One of them is the medium shot Kaz, who is just getting out of the way then, and he is coming into the pits there. He is indeed, Kaz is. So that is perfect for Jay Higgs. And the next car is Marsky in 8th position as well. But good stuff. At the moment, we've got we do seem to have I'm not sure if it's a bit of a lull at the moment, but it seems to be settling down ever so slightly. Serious Rusher on board now as well. He's going for a monstrous undercut here. On the outside goes Jay Higgs. Goodness me, flying through already. That is the new tyre set. Absolutely, I'm absolutely loving life in Singapore at the moment. Lap 17 out of 31 here tonight then. Of course, we've had rain to start off the qualifying session. We've had nothing but a beautiful night sky in Singapore since we got going. And of course, the first ever night race was Singapore back in 2008 before Abu Dhabi came together at a night race in 2009. Or more of a dusk race, wasn't it, really, in 2009? But yeah, Abu Dhabi then became a dusk race in 2009. Then Bahrain joined the night race phenomenon in 2014 as well. We seem to have a lot of night races, right, don't we? Of course, Qatar will be a night race coming up in the not too distant future. Las Vegas is also going to be a night race as well. So looking forward to these night races and Abu Dhabi. So I think you've got like last 3 or 4 races we will be racing during the night then, which may help or it might help or hinder some drivers out there, depending on how they like their tyres, of course. Then tyres a major factor in Formula 1 these days, isn't it? Because that's the major strategical factor, isn't there? Of course, in Qatar, though, all drivers are limited to that has gone right. The movement's gone right to the back of Vintage, and I think that could be damage on the Ferrari. He hit the back of the AlphaTauri quite heavily, and that may cause him some issues as well. Sigismund in the pits, Slayer in the pits as well. There's going to be a 5-second penalty for Slayer, unfortunately. Movement is still not got past the Vintage there. Movement is trying to get past on the, and that's Kiki also trying to get past as well. Skibby Shoes got a 3-second penalty, unfortunately, for his efforts. Just in front of us is Marsky as well, as Marsky, who's being reeled in by Vintage here. Vintage in the DRS. That's not going to help movement at all, is it? And Kiki would have liked to have been a bit more straightforward than after recovering, after having damage over the Anderson Bridge there, but moving up past Vintage then. Where's Kiki? Kiki has not got past just yet, and Vintage, bit of contact there between Moomin and Vintage then, but job done for the Ferrari driver up into 8th position now. Can Kiki get past his teammate? Vintage is going to let him through here because Kiki is on a completely different strategy, and Vintage does let him through there. Good stuff indeed. That but Kiki almost into the barrier there. I wonder if that might have been a bit of a delayed transmission there from the Alpha Tari for Vintage to ask is he was through there. Of course, as we got, I'm not sure if Moomin and Marsky had a bit of banging wheels there into the diffuser of Marsky. That goodness gracious me! But he's up into 7th now. Down into 8th goes Marsky, but Marsky will be hoping for a safety car and potentially, and that's some stars that. Unfortunately, stars that recovering. Then Scooby Stew has lost out, and then we got Smithy Almighty who's also come to the pits. Well, Jay Higgs has set the fast after the race, and it's all go on that lap. Goodness me! But unfortunately, stars and having a miserable second half of the season, unfortunately for that second McLaren. And now we've got Serious Russian then also holding it to the back of that gaggle of cars then, which involves Marsky and Kiki here. So Serious Mushroom now, who's going to be on very old hard tires by the end of this one. Smithfield Whitey coming out of the pits now. Is he going to get out in front of Slayer? Remember, Slayer's had a 5-second penalty there, but he's done it, Scooby Stew in 12th position. It's got a very competitive drive from Scooby Stew here tonight there, and a late safety car could really catapult him up the order. And Sigismund they're trying to get past the McLaren driver. Of course, Super Mighty's tyres will be now starting to go into temperature now, but of course, Sigismund has a lot more knowledge at this moment, so he is going to be all over the back of the McLaren. He is past the McLaren, down Raffles Boulevard. That's Raffles Boulevard. I think that Vintage is getting creative there. Lucky Kiki didn't come over, or George Russell like that. Yes, and well, as always, Swanshanks, that's a major player in this race there, and that's a safety car here. Swanshanks has done a George Russell, and out of the race, unfortunately, Swanshanks is, almost a George Russell. I think he's hit the inside barrier, has he? Well, his car's disappeared already. But I think he hit the inside barrier, whilst Russell hit the outside barrier. Into the pits comes Vessia. This is golden opportunity for Vessia and for TK then to get their stops now. Then whilst Jay Higgs, this is going to be, I think that Jay Higgs is going to be cursing his luck here, isn't he? As he's now coming out of the far turn now, but he's got to adhere to the Delta. As soft tires for TK there. That's interesting. Vessia, is he going to be out? No! It's Jay Higgs who leads this race, but Vessia's going to have fresh medium tires now. For the end of this one, TK on soft tires, Winnie on medium tires, soft tires for New Potato. This is golden opportunity. Marsky's going to be kicking himself. He's got a 5-second penalty for being the pit lane. Ferrari mechanics doing double work here. As that's medium, that's hard tires for movement. Serious Mushroom into the pits as well. That's not up Serious Mushrooms at all. As Swanshanks decided to instead. Tango said that as he's done his best. Marsky has got wing damage there, so he's repairing that now. As Smithfield Mighty up into 8th position now, so we'll be happy with that. Then New Potato is on incredible form at the moment. They're in 6th position. They're recovering nicely. Does he has a chance now of getting that podium? Does New Potato? I must say it's going to be difficult still with Winnie on form and with TK on form as well. But he does have soft tires now, doesn't he? I do think it's still going to be difficult there, but it's the Red Bull 1-2 still safety car. How long is the safety car going to be out for? Remember what happened in Silver last night? Drivers are put on the soft tires. Was able to get to the end from around this stage, give or take. So maybe that might be a good strategy. Crusher T, New Potato, and TK have all gone on soft tires now. But this is an additional jeopardy, though. So I don't think the Red Bull team wants it. I think the Red Bull are quite happy there. I think the Red Bull team were quite happy to get to the end of the race there without a safety car, but this has really thrown the cat amongst the pigeons, so to speak. 3 retirement, Swanshanks out of the race. That is heartbreaking for the Aston Martin driver because he was doing a supreme job tonight, and it may potentially was going to score some good points, but out of the race there unfortunately for Swanshanks there. Dr. True Pot's out of the race and crashed at the next corner of the circuit. They were on board with Vessia now, and of course Brooksy retired on the corner after that in the final turn. excuse me, I have to wet my whistle there. So I think the driver of the day vote will be out in a sorry lads, cut the corner too much. There's one Shanks is saying there. Don't overlap Swan Shanks at least you did crash on the outside of that corner like a George Russell did. But I was saying to Swan Shanks that's so disappointing then. That is so disappointing because Swan Shanks is on course to maybe scoring some good points for himself and the team. Best drive so far this season for Swan Shanks, looking very on it like a car bonnet, but unfortunately Swan Shanks won the most toughest race of the season. Crusher TV kicked himself for that one. 3-second penalty under a safety car. That's not ideal. Yeah, Swan Shanks disappointed indeed then. Don't worry, mate, it happens to everyone, Tango said. To be fair, I'll be very happy for Swan Shanks to be able to make it this far into the race. Mediums better last for mediums better last four laps. So not Cirrus Mushroom, Slayer saying in the 5th position. So at the moment, then only 3 drivers going onto the soft tires. Everyone else has stayed on the. Everyone else said it stayed on the medium or the hard tires. Then I do think anyone who's on the hard tires is going to struggle now. I think the Red Bull team is going to be I think the Red Bull team are going to be devastated by this safety car, because I think that Jay Hings is going to really struggle to fend off the likes of Vessia, TK, Widdy and Co as well on those hard tires. Moomin and Kaz may also be in the sinking fiend as well, unfortunately also on the hard tires. Unlucky Swanee knows he's saying this is going to be interesting, Luke is saying as well, and I've got another sneeze coming. Give me a second. False alarm. It wasn't a sneeze. I don't know what it was, but something's certainly been tickling my nose. Surely Red Bull in the position to prioritise the championship with Potato down there. Tango is saying. I think that Jay Hings is a reserve driver, isn't he? But he is such. I think that Jay Hings has been a sensational reserve driver, hasn't he? Listen to this, by the way. Listen, I'm going to sing his praises, I reckon. Jay Hings made his debut for us back in Bahrain. That was his first ever race. His first ever race that Jay Hings did with us. And he has raced 12 times for us, for bronze, by the way. 1 fast lap, 1 podium, only 1 DNF as well. And he has scored in every single race he has participated, all finished in as well, Jay Hings has, apart from that one DNF, which was back in Hungary. So Jay Hings is absolutely fantastic indeed. But Jay Hings becoming sights maybe. So let's see if Jay Hings becomes the old Sergio Perez and becomes the Minister of Defense there. Talking of Perez, and I've heard a lot of whispers about Perez return in Mexico, which I'm not sure if that's just a random Reddit post from some guy in their basement or something, but yeah, that's very interesting, isn't it? That's come out of nowhere. Interesting stuff indeed. Anyway, enough about that. Hopefully we'll talk about that in Formula 2 tomorrow. If not, we might have to do a special podcast for ALR in a couple of weeks, won't we, whilst we've got a bit of a downtime. What's the one we'll have a look at? But also saying Soft's end doing 12 laps surely. Soft's going to do 8-9 laps, that's why I went hard, so no mediums there. Key passed me under the safety car, Serious Mushroom is not happy about that. Well, oh dear. If I got to be honest, if there is footage, I wonder what the stewards do about that. If there is footage, then surely, well, if you do swap them around, well, I mean, Swan Shanks out of the race. You could ask the drivers to swap around now, but safety cars in this lap, which might cause a kerfuffle. Damn, Sean knows about me being on Reddit and my basement. Well, I would have said it was me, Nosey, but I don't. I didn't even know. I don't even know how to log into my Reddit. I don't think I've even got an account for Reddit. I'm too scared to go on Reddit because I hear a lot of. Because I live on TikTok a lot, I hear a lot of these spooky Reddit posts and I don't want to scare myself. Right, let's get back going, shall we? We got lap 23 all the way through to 31 now. Hopefully no more safety cars. But how is Red Bull going to play this? We've heard Ted Tango's point of view. We've heard about the misdemeanors up and down the field. Let's get going, shall we? For lap 23 out of 39 then. I'd be surprised if the soft tires can last to the end. I'm only saying that because Nosey told me. Now he's at the inside and both Red Bulls are through. And look at that. I think that Jay Higgs has had to back out. And now TK is through as well. And Jay Higgs has got a 3-second penalty. It's a disastrous restart for Jay Higgs. down into fourth position. I wonder if Red Bull could have played that a little better. But as they come down Raffles Boulevard now, then Vester leads, but I think there's TK who's now all over the back, and TK is going to go for the lead here down in turn 7. Not quite. What about that Ferrari up the inside of Jay Higgs? That is New Potato also on soft as well. I think that was Sick as Muck going wide. Then he's got the inside into turn 8. Then Smithy Almighty. Of course, we've seen Jinner retired out the most lightest of blows I have ever seen. And unfortunately, Jinner was out of the race there, which is absolutely devastating there. And now we've got Kiki getting past Sick as Muck as well. Serious Mush then feeling a bit grieved about the issues between himself and Kiki, now down in the 11th position there. And Serious Mush there is got an issue on the form of Marsky. Winnie all over the back of TK then. So let's see how long these soft tires last for. Jay Higgs might be able to get himself back into this one there, but a 3-second penalty, which is a bit harsh in my opinion, getting thrown that way. Well, that went well. Tango was saying that. Yeah, I don't think Red Bull was. I don't think Vesser was too keen on the old team tactics, was he, going down to turn 1? As New Potato is through, passes Slayer and up into 5th position now. I didn't see that on stream actually. I thought the New Potato's already passed Slayer, but now he's recaptured 5th position and the soft tires. Can they get to the end? This is our question now. Is Sick as Muck then pressuring movement? I think that this track has been very good, hasn't it, in terms of lack of safety cars. There's been some great driving from Bronze here tonight. Absolutely lovely stuff indeed. However, this is going to get very dicey indeed for the battle for Linden. But look at this, and look at TK is pushing him out of turn 5 here. And look at this, and they're going wheel to wheel, and no DRS until the next lap. And my word there, I thought they was going to come together there, down on the kink of 6 and 7. On the outside there, TK is pushing out, trying to keep himself on the track. He has the inside, he has track position, he's done it. TK leads at the Singapore Grand Prix, going for his 3rd race win of the season here. And this will be a crucial win as well, to really reel in New Potato. I think he'll be within a Grand Prix win now if he wins here tonight. New Potato stays in 4th. There's still a long way to go, of course. And Winnie, of course, who's been incredible over the course of this race, and potentially driving a day then along with New Potato. But potentially then that would be 22 candidates for drive a day here tonight. Then on board Jay Higgs once again. Then let's take a look at actually how people have done in this race. New Potato and Winnie, of course, the big movers in this one. Sick as Muck very much elevating himself as well. And with Smithy Almighty as well. Serious Mushroom now up into 10th position and back into the points. And Sick as Muck dropping down then. Or they are swapping positions here. My word, they're all swapping positions there, but it's Sick as Muck. There we got Serious Mushroom. Sick as Muck there back in 10th position. There's Mushroom in 11th, 12th position. Is Marsky then. Scampering off then as well was one of the I don't know who, I think it was one of the McLarens there, wasn't it? Winnie, he's having a look, yellow flag and free. Oh no, and Styles and Cars there have come to blows. I potentially think now. Well, it looks quite suspect out of the final turn. Luckily, no safety car in, so we're going to keep going until the very end here. These new cars look so good under the lights. And great driving from both Liam is saying keeping DRS for the next lap is critical. From Ted Tango as well. Here is TK. That is it then. Of course, look, then I think it's 8-10 a second already. Serious Mushroom is back in front of Sick as Muck. Then Sick as Muck there really fighting on. And Marsky, oh my word, there down the inside. And Sick as Muck kept the position. Vintage having a sniff up the inside as well. Oh, good heavens there. Oh, gosh, Winnie's still all over the back of Vessia. I'm going to be honest, this would be an absolute audacious win if Winnie could do it then. But look at that, and whilst Vessia's defending, there is New Potato in the background. He's a second and a half back though. We've got to keep an eye and see how long those soft tires can last for. I think it is going to be a stretch, isn't it? But I think... look at that. I'm not going to say, because I thought that the soft tyres wasn't going to last night at all, and they were superb. But I think it's a stretch tonight. But New Potato is losing time now for the front three. Jay Hings, who had a pretty disappointing restart, might be able to come back into this one and get some points. He does have a 3-second penalty though for his troubles. There's a lot of penalties in this race. DK has set the fast half race, and so that's a bonus point plus the 25 points for the win as well. Crucial in the World Championship, isn't it? Vestia, I think this is Vestia, also needs a win as well. Moon's got a 3-second penalty. That will elevate Serious Mushroom up the order and into 9th position there. Serious Mushroom is homing in on New Potato Moomin. We're just keeping an eye on this battle now, because look, I think that Now then, I'm wondering if the shoe's on the other foot now, because here comes Vasseur. He's still in DRS, but I think that it's going to be Winnie. Having a look then, not quite then, the gap is 2 seconds. But look, TK then is now been reeled in. Serious Mushroom is actually gained half a second over Jay Hinks, while Slayer is now putting the pressure on the Red Bull driver. So maybe Jay Hinks is now thinking more defense and attack then, which is going to help New Potato. No end here. Vasseur is gaining again. Ted Tango is saying down into the old Singapore sling, which is not the Singapore sling anymore. Going over the Anderson Bridge then. Vasseur certainly has the tyres now, doesn't he? What can TK do? TK goes second in the World Championship. Vasseur third in the World Championship. Marsky's had issues there. 3-second penalty. TK's had issues as well. And look at that. Vasseur takes the lead of the Singapore Grand Prix. Down into 15, turn 15, I should say. But now TK is coming back at him now. He's going to have Durs, is he? I think he's out of verse, and is he going to have a lunch? He's having a lunch at the Liam corner. Not quite. What has happened down here? Marsky's off and lost the whole of the front wing there. We have got a VSC then, which is going to nullify the race for the time being then. And my goodness gracious me then, in the final stage, the Vasseur leads with TK in second, and third position is Winnie at the moment. They're not sure what happened, but Marsky has lost the whole of the front wing there. He's going to have to come into the pits now. I'm getting a nose change there for Marsky, but that is disappointing there. Also, was that someone else in the pits as well? I think that's Moomin coming into the pits. It is indeed. There is all kinds of kerfuffle down in turn 15, I believe. We didn't see what happened on the stream now. So this VSC is surely going to help the soft runners then. Whether it's too late for the soft runners remains to be seen at this one. The Liam corner. Liam saying it certainly is now. Winnie needs to be tactical. Says Tango. Is that what is, and we also got to make sure we do not get a drive-through penalty. No! And that's what I was thinking. It's a drive spin under the VSC, and I think it's Serious Mushroom there who has a drive-through penalty then for speeding under the virtual safety car, and that's all but ended his hopes of getting points in this one. I feel that is cruel, and unfortunately that is. No, it's very disappointing as well. TK, Winnie and New Potato for your drivers of the day then. It is going to be it's going to be a very close run thing between drivers of the day, because I think that Winnie and New Potato have been absolutely outstanding in this one. They really have indeed then. Vasseur has now extended his gap then. Winnie then can he get himself up into second then, but Winnie will be overjoyed, I think, we're getting on the podium from being down in 16th on the grid then. My word. Not slack like Eeyore then, Liam is saying. Oh, look at that. New Taylor's now got a 3-second gap to himself and Jay Hings here. That is crucial in the World Championship, you know, because New Potato's now getting 12 points then, which is, he's going to be very happy with that then, with the drivers fighting tooth for nail, which is Slayer, Kiki, and Smith Almighty doing a good job as well, going down into turn 1 then, having a look, but no dice at the moment. Serious Mushroom into the pits. He is going to be absolutely furious, I think, is going to be the word there for Serious Mushroom. That is such a shame that out of turn number 5, nope, who is it? It's Winnie through and up into second position, passes the Williams driver, who's down in third. Has Winnie got what it takes then? If Winnie gets a run on Vasseur, Vassier's going to jump out of the way, surely, isn't he, for the championship? Winnie is not a part of the championship. He just wants more race wins. He's only got 1 race win in his career, a supreme race win, I think, in Spain. I think it was Spain, wasn't it? I can't remember now. But he should have got one in Azerbaijan as well. But as Crustier T has made his way up into 10th position, and Scooby Stew on the cusp of points as well. Come on, Scooby Stew. Oh my word then. Whatever happens, Winnie will return to the 100-acre wood. Happy now. Goodness gracious me, and down into turn 15 goes Vasseur. 28, lap 29, 30 and 31. 4 laps to go in this race. Well, 3.5 now, less than 3.5 I should say. Look at Jay Hinks. He's lost 5 seconds now. This is perfect for New Potato. New Potato is actually now less than 2 seconds back. Can Slayer have a look then? This is where we should have a DRS in my opinion. Look at these 3-4 cars here. I think if Slayer gets past, I think they're going to absolutely, this could be potentially for a podium slot between Slayer, Kiki and Smith Almighty if they can get past, but they cannot get past the Red Bull yet, can they? And this has cost all 3 of them at the moment. Down into turn 1 once again. Winnie is still within a second at the moment. Just one more move that sounds so simple. Anything but around here. That is Ted Tango saying that Winnie though. I think that if Winnie's going to have a run, Moomin set the fast on the race. If Winnie's going to have a run, I think that 6 months set the fast on the race. If Winnie's going to have a run, third time's a charm. If Winnie's going to have a run, I think the best is going to jump out of the way. Surely he has to for the World Championship. Down into 7 goes down 7 and goes these 4 cars. Kiki still can't get past Slayer, who still can't get past Jay Hingshead, which is absolutely helping New Potato, who New Potato is homing in on TK quite quickly here. TK, who was looking pretty and who was actually taking advantage and getting points over New Potato. All of a sudden, the tables have turned here, and potentially now New Potato is going to extend his lead in the World Championship, winning 83% of the vote. New Potato 17%. That is the vote as it stands. Winnie is out of DRS now. I'm wondering if that second place is certainly nothing to be ashamed of, is it? What an incredible race up the inside. Kiki on the outside. Smithy Almighty trying to stay on the inside here. My goodness gracious me. And unfortunately, Jay Hings will be down into 8th position there. This has been a superb race from Jay Hings' point of view, and doesn't deserve that at all. But unfortunately, sometimes this is the way the Grand Prix racing goes. Vintage in a superb 9th, but he does have Crestier T, Scooby Stew, Moomin, Sickers Monk, and Kaz all behind him at the moment. Scooby Stew can he get his first points of his the season end with a superb drive to 11th, and this is a superb from Scooby Stew. He needs to get past Crestier Tino. Crestier Tino is all over the back of Vintage, but he does have a 6-second penalty. Sickers Monk has a 3-second penalty, but I think he has a deficit of about 7 seconds to himself in Scooby Stew. So at the moment, Scooby Stew is a de facto 11. Here's Slayer. Slayer is through. I think it's a lap or two too late, to be honest, for Slayer, but let's see how he can do. New Potato all over the back now of a TK. There he goes then. I feel that Slayer might be able to catch up, but it's too little too late, I think, for the Mercedes driver now. Mercedes could have had a second and a third here. Down into the Singapore thing. TK's tires have gone. Winnie is having one final shoot then at that Grand Prix win here. He's already got a win. New Potato going for the inside then. I think that TK is going to make it as difficult as possible for the first ever bronze world champion. Hungry Star's got a 5-second penalty for speed in the pit lane. I think he's going to go for fastest lap there. Kiki's out of the race, and it's where is it? It is just, it's on the straight there. It's on the straight, and Kiki out of this race. Scooby Stew on the cusp of some points. Come on, Scooby Stew. Magnificent stuff indeed. Oh my goodness gracious me. If a New Potato has a run, I think Winnie's got a 3-second penalty. It ain't going to make a difference at the moment, but that's it. I think the Vesser's going to win this race out. Down into turn 1 there. Vesser going for his, I think this will be his 4th race win of his career, if I believe that. His 4th race win of his career, his 3rd race win of the season, his 4th an all-time. I think the New Potato's going to have a look then. And I thought that was Smithy in the background there. I was like, how did he get up so quickly then? Here he comes, that New Potato's coming, but I think the TK has got this one in the bag. Maybe for a position. Well, I ain't got in the bag, has he? But my word. I think the New Potato's surely not going to risk an overtake here, is he? It is he's losing 3 points to TK in the championship. However, I don't think the TK is going to just let him through, is he? Scooby Stew, he is still... I think he is still... I'm not sure. I think Scooby Stew is kind of out of the void. And New Potato's in the wall. And New Potato has gone into the wall there. And my goodness gracious me. I think the soft tires are very much at the very end there. Scooby Stew then, I think might need to get a move on because Sickers Monk is flying out there. I think Sickers Monk might still that 10th position there for Scooby Stew then. On board as well. TK had DRS then. Lap cars helped TK massively. Jay Higgs Jay Higgs is off the circuit there. What a shame for the Red Bull driver. It was going so well. Vestier is going to win the Singapore Grand Prix. This is crucial in his championship bid, and he has done a superb job today there. He wins the Singapore Grand Prix, winning in 2nd. TK in 3rd. New Patel finishes 4th as well. Jay Higgs there is going to... I'm not sure where he's going to finish, to be honest. Jay Higgs, he might be able to salvage that 10th position in front of Vintage. Here is Scooby Stew. I think he hasn't done enough because I think it's going to be Sick as Muck that gets the final point now. It is Vintage 8th, Crusher T 9th, Scooby Stew 10th, moving 11th, and oh, what a shame then. Well, it's not a shame because Sick as Muck gets 10th position, but Scooby Stew by 6/10 of a second misses out on a point now. What a shame there from Scooby Stew. Otherwise, it would have been a superb race there for Scooby Stew. But 11th today, best race of the season there. Sick as Muck, great drive to get onto the soft tires and almost got 9th as well. Crustier T in only his second Grand Prix start of his career on bronze gets points there from himself and the Williams team as well. Driver of the day is overwhelmingly Winnie there with 88% of the vote there. Brilliant driving indeed there from Winnie, and that will be Winnie's for a second podium of his career here tonight then, and what a drive it was there from Winnie. And let's take a moment, shall we, of what has been a superb race today here in Singapore then. Vessier, a very important win. This one is from Vessier's point of view then, because he will now move back into second in the World Championship then, with TK only 3 points behind him, give or take, something like that. Anyway, I'll get the old calculator up a bit later on then. But anyway, then let's take a far look at the classification from the Singapore Grand Prix. Vessier with his 4th Grand Prix win of his career, his 3rd race win of the season as well. Winnie, what a driver of the day. He was superb. An 80% vote for Winnie from 16th on the grid. He was in incredible form. TK in third, and the soft tires just falling off. A New Potato, great driver as well from 15th to 4th. A great salvage operation from New Potato today. That is crucial, I think. Slayer in 5th, Smoothfield Mighty 6th, Jay Hings in 7th position there. Be a bit disappointed of that late safety car. Vintage, great drive in 8th. Cruster T, congratulations, his first points of his career in ALR. Sick as Muck with fast up and that final point as well. Scooby Stew, what a driver, what a shame there he didn't get that final point. 12th position moving, Kaz in 13th, Marsky 14th, Mushroom in 15th, Stars in 16th, Kiki I think was out of the race there, along with Swanshank, Santa True Potts and Brooksy out of the Singapore Grand Prix. And that is going to be it for Formula 1 action now for 2 weeks. We'll be back for Formula 2 tomorrow. But before we do go, we're going to have some interviews, I think, then. Firstly, we're going to come to the race leader today, which is Vessier. And Vessier, then, in the end, then, of course, you got a win today, your 4th win of your career. But more importantly, you've eaten into the lead of New Potato's championship today. Some crucial points then have been taken off of the championship leader.
Yeah, that was a good race. I felt very comfortable on both tyres and both conditions. So yeah, it was a good race.
And of course, with that safety car then coming at that time, then did that help or hinder your strategy? And what did you make of that safety car? Or was you not too worried by it?
I was not too worried about it because I was going to pit on the mediums that lap anyway, and I knew I had a slight tyre advantage on Jay Hings, but yeah, it was pretty. It didn't gain me that much of a benefit, but yeah. It was right.
And of course, with that safety car restart, both you and Jay Hings was first and second. Then, was you thinking about maybe you and your teammate pulling off some kind of like team tactics then, or could you not afford that with TK like hot on your heels on those soft tires?
Yeah, I couldn't do any team tactics with Jay Hings. One, because we went in the same party, and yeah, two. Soft tires, I knew if he got past Jay Hings before me and pulled out a gap, that it could have possibly been over. But luckily I knew the soft tires would die off, so yeah, it the mediums was the right call for the safety car.
And then focus on the World Championship. Then you've taken points off of New Potato. We've got 7 races to go, including some sprint races as well coming up. How are you feeling then? Of course, New Potato struggled in Italy last week and struggled again here tonight. Then, do you think then that going into this 2 week break, would you rather just have the solid races till the end of the season, or do you think this 2 week break is good for you?
Um, I would just go straight on, but I don't think it would make much of a difference, to be honest. But with sprint races, I haven't had much luck at them this season. Um, I've only scored points only at the Spa weekend, on the sprint race weekend, so yeah, hopefully I can do better in the next sprint races coming up.
And the next race is, well, it's not a sprint race yet, but it's Japan then. A very technical and twisted circuit. How are you feeling then going into the land of the rising sun in 2 weeks' time?
Um, I don't think I've been on Japan on this game, but usually I quite like the circuit, so yeah, hopefully it's going to be a good one. I had a good race there last season coming through the field, so hopefully I can repeat that from the front.
Really good stuff today. Well done, Vester. Great strive to your fourth Grand Prix win. Let's come
Thank
to
you.
TK, who finished third today. TK, now, it looks like you just ran out of laps then on those soft tyres. Would you think you're regretting those soft tyres choice now, or did you not have a choice to put softs on at the end?
Overall, I just think I was lacking pace. I don't know. I really struggled like Vestier, and I've been watching him throughout the race. Like in sector three, he killed me, and I tried to change the way I drove, and I tried to change my line too, and I just he was too fast. I don't think it mattered whether my softs hung on or not. I don't think I would have been able to keep up with him. His pace today was really good. Like even in the first stint, he gapped me by like 4.5 seconds, and I was thinking maybe if it stayed green that I could have. I planned on staying out a couple more laps regardless, so I was thinking maybe if it would have stayed green, I could have possibly hunted him down on sauce, but no, probably not. He's just too fast. But another solid points day. Him and I are really making Potato's job hard right now.
You certainly are, and of course, keeping this championship interesting. And of course, and when those soft tires were falling off the cliff, how concerned was you with New Potato then? Because he was catching you hand over fist on the final couple of laps, then, but you wasn't just going to wave him through, surely.
Just like I said, I just struggled with pace today and keeping the rear of the car underneath me. Um, Other than that, I mean, yeah, it was a solid race. I really struggled with tire wear, especially on the rears. Even on my hard stint, my rears were killed. And I hit the bridge the one time going through sector two, and I thought that my wing was gone, but I somehow didn't take any wing damage. So I just tried to persevere, and then that last lap when I got DRS from that lap car, that was a godsend. That really saved me, because had I not probably got DRS right there, I would have been in trouble.
That was a very good spot, by the way, from Ted Tango and Liam Yen everything, because I didn't even see that. So they was all saying, "Thank God, goodness for that lap car," and I was like, "What lap car?" But very good stuff indeed. And of course, going into the 2 week break then, which is very much. I'm not sure if you guys look forward to it or not. Then Vestier is not really concerned by that 2 week break. What are you feeling for that 2 week break? Would you rather? Is this coming at a wrong time for you then, being like hunted down New Potato? Because that's the last 2 races. New Potato has finished behind you.
It's a very welcomed break, actually. I think it gives us all, a chance to clear our head, and especially Potato. I think that Potato, this is gonna be better for him because maybe, he can take a break, and then these last couple races he can really hunker down, or he can, do nothing and let like Vessier and I catch him. And it's nice because I think Vessier and I almost have a whole race gap to Trupox if he wins. So as of now, I think Bessie and I are probably the favorites to chase Potato down, but then again, Trupox, he's super quick, so we'll see what happens. But I've done a race at Japan here just a couple weeks ago in a different league, and I actually won that race, and so I'm interested to see what happens. I definitely am not going to repeat what happened last season in ALR and spin into the pits and on lap 8 with my hards.
Yeah, that structure core probably haunted you on that day. But what I do agree with you, is going to be super interesting. Well done to TK, well done to Winnie, and of course, well done to Vesser's fourth Grand Prix win of his career. Then, and that is it from Singapore. It's been the toughest race of the season, or is it still the toughest race of the season? Then with that new circuit configuration. Tomorrow night it will be Formula 2, but Formula 1 is now going to take a well-earned 2-week break then before we're back in action at the Land of the Rising Sun, Japan. If you want to watch some more racing, Formula 2 is on tomorrow though. Cannot wait for that. We'll see you then. Goodbye.